quality is always the name of the game in collectibles. Coins, stamps, sports card, comic books, you name it. And in collectible coins, there are business strikes, and then there are collector strikes. And those collector strikes are traditionally called proofs. Coins that are made for a presentation purpose. And the U.S. Mint opened that door to the American public in the year 1950. So over the last 3/4 of a century, there's been a number of changes, from Philadelphia to San Francisco as one, and then packaging along the way as well. But tonight we're going to go back over half a century to the last of Philadelphia's silver proof sets. And look at the price. Yeah. We're talking about vintage silver proof sets that are in our Easy Pay program. $39.95 times the 5 sets that are in this collection equals $199.75. Last night, one of our competition on the airwaves with Collectible Coins was selling the brand new 2024 silver proof set. You know what the price was on that one set? $199.95. And they're going to make as many as we want them to this year. These are vintage, end of an era, storied proof sets, and they're affordable. Why? How? Well, we buy a lot of proof sets. A lot of them. One of the top people in the country, if not the top. And as a result, when we buy these large deals, we can break down the values unlike a lot of others. When the proof set is not good for sale, it's damaged, we can use the coins, so it's not a complete loss. But the bottom line is this: proof, the method of manufacture. As I referenced earlier, regular business strikes are slapped once and put out in the circulation. Proof, the method of manufacture, is they polish the dies, then they polish the planchette, and then they strike it not once but twice. Now, from 1950 to 1964, Philadelphia struck all of our proof sets. 1968 is when the move went to San Francisco in the hard plastic lenses. So all these earlier ones had different looks and feel for packaging. From 55 to 64, we had what they call the poly pack that you see on your screen. Now, we just showed you a second ago that hard plastic lens, like they call it a capital plastic holder. That's the way most of these sets come. And it's because of one simple thing. These poly packs rip, tear. The outer envelopes rip, tear, based upon how they were stored. You can tell a true original proof set by looking at 2 coins. The cent should be reddish in color, and the nickel should almost look blue. And that's just because of how the metals oxidize in that small little air pocket. It also has to have the U.S. Mint Philadelphia logo in the packaging, not on it. That's original. Now, I did reference silver. Yeah, these are silver proof sets. The dime, the quarter, and the $50 are all 90% silver, so there are 15 90% silver coins in these 5 sets. The dimes are all Roosevelts, the quarters are all Washingtons, but the Franklin and the Kennedy merge here in the middle. That's that repackaged set, by the way, I was referencing. And a lot of people do it because, well, guess what? The original packaging's not there. OGP, original government packaging, all the way, always. Right? So the Franklins are 1960 to 63. So the first 4 sets are the proof Franklin $50, which means it has the last year of issue on the proof Franklin $50. And then there's the first year of issue on the 90% silver Kennedy, the first ever proof. The competition has 3 of the 5 $50 proofs. They do not have the 60 or the 64, but they have the 61, the 62, and the 63. Just those 3 coins they're selling right now for $221. And the only way you get them is cutting them out of these sets. The 5 quarters that are cut out of these sets sells for $197. We're selling you the full sets for less than either of those 2, and they're both in it. Now, we did find one of our competitors with original packaged proof sets, like you're seeing on your screen. They're at $393.95. Broken down individually, they're $79.95, $78.50, $78.50, $78.50, $78.50. Add them all together, that's where you are. We did find a company that has a repackaged last 5 Philly sets, and they were just over $300. We have the real McCoy. We have the ones that astute collectors over time just cared for them. They kept them so future generations like us right now can actually enjoy them in their original format. Nothing repackaged because it doesn't need to be. The best of the best is the LGP. So it's all about value. And we call it break value. I call it break value. And that is when the proof set or mint set, for that matter, has coins in it, which they do. When you add up the individual coins, what's the price go to? Because if the set's $10 and all the pieces individually add up to 11, it's kind of a par, right? But when you see some of these sets, like the ones on our screen right here, 3/4 of a century old, give or take, right? 60 through 64, the last of the Philadelphias, in silver. In 68, they went to copper clad. They didn't bring out San Francisco silver proof sets until 1992. That's a winner. But here, the dimes. We didn't even talk about the dimes. They range from $20 to $25 each. It's another $120, $25. The quarters I referenced were just about $200. So now you're $3 1/4. Just those 3 half dollars are $220, which means now we're over $5. We have the original sets where they come from for under $2. That's value. Guys, we got to put a 1-minute clock up. So again, original vintage proof sets. The sets made by the government for us. Struck twice, highly polished, beautiful look and feel. Now, at this time in history, it was a mirrored finish, so they all look like a mirror. San Francisco has worked on the frosting that we see today in the sets. I mentioned earlier, the competition last night had the 2024 silver proof set for $199. It has a dime, it has a half dollar, and it has 5 quarters. So 4 more quarters. This one is 15 coins, and they're all old. They're all key issues, and it's the same amount of money. 5 sets to 1. They're making the 24 all year, and it's a great set. I hope you get in. But for the same money, let's go to where the value is, shall we? Not $393 like my competition. We're at $199.75, and if you join us on the Easy Pay, 5 equal shipments, 1 set per month, $39.95. Both are available online. The phones are jamming, thank you. But it is time for us to be moving on.